Good morning everyone. 365 Days of Horsemanship, day 352. Quite a successful day today. I have made it up for the horses in the morning. I didn't quite have enough time to ride, sadly, but I don't think that it was all in vain, because I think I've had really nice sessions this morning, freedom-based training sessions with both Lawrence and Mia. I'm just leaving Mia behind me now. You can just see her over there. And I really felt like I've been talking a little bit the last couple of days about this idea of making sure that I'm prioritizing enjoyment and making sure that the sessions that we're having together, we're really connecting and that we're doing something together that we both enjoy. And I think now this morning, coming with fresh eyes and fresh energy and just making things really easy, taking lots of small focus changes, just finding lots of places of flow, making flow really easy for both of us. And I really felt like when I was leaving just now, this real sense of enjoyment from Mia that I was there. I'm channeling Elsa this morning with my cup of tea. And yeah, I feel now like I probably won't make it up tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going down to my nan's house for my great aunt's birthday, and we're bringing a table back, and there's a million things happening, and I'll be amazed if I have a window to come up tomorrow. But on Monday, I have kind of the whole day is my oyster. I'm here anyway working for a few hours, and so I'll definitely have time to ride on Monday. And now I feel like when I come on Monday, I'm just going to feel really positive about the opportunity to ride again, and feeling like I've invested a little bit in the relationship these last couple of days and made sure that we've come back to a place of enjoyment. And I think reflecting on the energy that I had from Mia just now compared to the energy that I had yesterday, there is a real noticeable difference. There was this feeling of sort of tension, this feeling of kind of like the ears were a little bit back to the sides and the neck was a little bit tight, and I think, you know, those are kind of like classic signs with Mia that she's like a little bit disconnected from what's going on, a little bit frustrated, a little bit irritated, a little bit wary, perhaps, like she's sort of guarding herself. I think she can be quite defensive is probably an understatement. She's a super defensive girl, and I think those signs of defensiveness in her definitely were noticeable yesterday, and I think I couldn't really quite place what it was. It was more of like a general feeling. And now today, having noticed the real difference, particularly I think in the ears, but in the softness of the eyes as well, like a really big difference towards the end. Like the neck felt really soft and relaxed. The eyes were much more relaxed, and the ears were not in that kind of half backwards position. And actually at one point quite close to the end, I noticed the change in the ears when I was a little bit late coming up towards her, and so I was just kind of waiting for that tiny focus change so I could moved up, and then the ears kind of totally resolved, and I thought that was really interesting. So yeah, definitely I think the ears with Mia are a big tell for how she's feeling. And then I had a good session with Lawrence. I feel like we've slid back into a little bit of scratching stress today, and yeah, it was kind of a little bit tricky to work out how to really deal with that. But I think we did okay. I think I'm kind of maintaining this idea now that I'm kind of offering something else. Like when he presents a part of his body to me, I'm offering a much softer touch than the scratches that I used to offer, to kind of facilitate him asking those questions, getting that response consistently. And yeah, I think things went okay. I definitely think there were a lot of nice moments. There was one really nice moment where I was able to rock him into a better feeling. rock him into a focus change, and that was nice. I definitely think there was a lot of him thinking about how to get me to scratch him and what he wasn't doing that was making it so that I wasn't scratching him. And I think it's just going to be a matter of like consistency and just making sure that I'm continuing to kind of be really fair about my responses. It is definitely difficult though. I do feel like I'm being a little bit inconsistent because I think I just don't really know what to do. I don't know that it's a timing issue as much as a feel issue, which is interesting because it's kind of unusual that I have feel issues, because I have a lot of ideas, a lot of tools in my toolbox, and yeah, so that's definitely an interesting conundrum. But I think it was positive. I think the session that we had today was good. I think I'm just going to kind of come back tomorrow and see. I mean, ultimately, I think we're in a place now where the scratching is going to come up every now and again, but I don't think it's going to be like every session, hopefully, like it used to be. And so I think it's going to be a case of just like being patient with those sessions and accepting that they're going to come and that they're going to happen. And yeah, just taking the opportunity to really just be challenged, I think. I think when I was doing it before, the more playful energy that I was bringing was helpful. So maybe I need to bring a little bit more play, a little bit more push back against his pushing into me. And maybe that's kind of a good place to start working in. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know really how I feel about the session with Lawrence. I'm really happy that I had the time to give him that time this morning, because I have definitely felt like the last few sessions, because I've been riding Mia, I definitely have kind of ended up rushing to get Lawrence done at the end, which isn't obviously the energy that I want to bring to him. And I was definitely happy that I was able to start with him today and have that little bit more time. And I do think that overall, like today being a kind of scratching focus session in the way that it was, although I didn't really give him any scratches, it was more like rubbing. I think when I look back at the sessions that we've had in the past, he's a lot more emotionally centered about it now. There was a lot more just thinking about what was going on. And definitely I feel like the lack of scratches is something that's in the tolerance space for him now, rather than in intolerance, where he just cannot cope with the fact that like I'm there and I'm not scratching him. Now it's kind of like, she's here, she's not scratching me. It's kind of annoying. I don't really know how I feel about it. Like that's more the energy that I'm getting from him. So yeah, so I think I need to just be happy about that. And yeah, just kind of see where it goes from here, really. See how it is tomorrow, because yesterday there was a little bit of scratching in there too. I think if it's like kind of 3 days in a row, I guess that's when I might need to start like being a little bit more kind of focused on it, try and kind of tackle it a bit more like head on. So we'll just see what he gives me tomorrow, well, on Monday, and yeah, go from there. It is a tricky time of year. I've been surprised up until now that he's not been more itchy, because it's coat change season, of course. And so maybe there is an argument, maybe on Monday I should try actually just giving him a really good groom, like coming with the brushes and just like really giving him a good groom all over, and trying to get some of this fur out, and maybe that will just help him, and being kind of a bit more proactive about it might be a good thing. So yeah, maybe I'll try that and I'll see kind of how that goes. And if he's asking for the scratches, then I'll just kind of like start grooming in that area and see what happens. Just try different things, I guess. So yeah, that feels good actually to have that plan now. And yeah, really happy that I have made it up. Definitely worth coming. And yeah, Gonna go and spend the day in London with my friend and have a really nice Saturday.